This video was produced by Alabama View, a member state of the America View, a consortium dedicated to promoting remote sensing outreach, education, and research, funded by United States Geological Society or USGS. Its contents are solely the responsibility of the authors and do not necessarily represent the official views of America View, the USGS, or other partners. The mention of trade names or commercial products does not constitute their endorsements.
Hello everyone. In this video, we will highlight how tornadoes are formed in Alabama and why they are important to monitor and predict to better inform and prepare the people of Alabama. To be better informed about tornado warnings and predictions, we will look at a few examples where remote sensing techniques have been used to highlight the extent and damage. Alabama has seen many recent tornado events, but one that is most recent needs to be discussed. The tornado outbreak of March 3, 2019. This was a significant and deadly severe weather event that affected the southeastern United States. Over the course of 6 hours, a total of 41 tornadoes touched down across portions of Alabama, Georgia, Florida, and South Carolina. 23 people, including 3 children, died in the storms that cut through Lee County, Alabama. Almost 50 more were injured and numerous homes and businesses were reduced to rubble. The Weather Service confirmed that a tornado at least a half-mile wide with 136 to 165 miles per hour winds, or an EF3 tornado on the enhanced Fujita scale, had touched down in the southern part of Lee County. If you want to learn more about the Fujita scale, please click the link in the description below. As you can see, the cost of humans losing their lives is immeasurable. Not to mention the amount of damage to homes, apartments, cars, pets, and other possessions. So let's dive into what we know and what we can do to reduce the cost of these powerful storms. So, why do tornadoes form in Alabama and the East? Warm air with high amounts of water vapor coming in from the Gulf of Mexico is pushed north and interacts with cold, dry air that is pushed east, driven by the low-pressure system. Alabama is described as within the Dixie Tornado Alley, or the DTA, which covers most of the southeastern USA. DTA tornadoes are much deadlier because of their relationship with larger population densities, higher movement speeds, and lack of visibility due to the surrounding environment. Research done by Jenseny and Brooks, published in 2018, suggests that there is an ongoing shift in tornado activity from the traditional tornado alley to the Dixie Tornado Alley. So, it is important for all who live in the DTA to be better prepared in the future. This video, produced by Alabama View, will educate the Alabamians about tornado damage and the necessary precautions in the wake of a changing tornado pattern. Since we live in a state where tornadoes are a regular occurrence, we have a few different tornado warnings. It is recommended that an individual acquire a National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration weather radio that activate when the radio is within tornado vicinity. These radios artificially create a siren mentality, which is the level of reaction to hearing tornado sirens. However, because tornadoes are somewhat unpredictable in their path, there are plenty of false alarms. This creates a cry wolf effect, also known as reactions wane because people hear it so often. The National Weather Service outlines an area where a tornado could occur, which is always larger than the likely circulation. So, many people get a siren but no tornado. In 2003, the National Weather Service had a false alarm rate of 76%, which means 76% of people potentially have the cry wolf effect. But even if it is a cry wolf effect, one should always be conscious and check the radio and news channels to get an update. So, why should you care? Due to availability of shelters or readily available safety options, Alabama has a large population of those who are in critical condition that increase the chance for loss of life. Many Alabamians live in mobile homes, and fatalities are 10 times more likely to occur there than other permanent homes. Mobile homes often are in parks with a high population density and therefore are at the most risk. It is very important to monitor, predict, and warn people about tornadoes because Alabama averages around 44 tornadoes per year, and their damage can cost up to $2.45 million US, not to mention the lives that are lost. Here is a map summary of tornado frequencies, mobile home parks, and public storm shelter locations. The highest tornado frequencies are highlighted by a faded red, while the lowest levels of tornado frequency are highlighted in white. Mobile home park points within a 5-mile radius of a public storm shelter are green circles, while those not within the 5-mile radius are red triangles. Public storm shelter points are blue squares. Public storm shelters are designed to protect individuals without proper sheltering methods. In identifying the regions of high tornado frequency in relation to mobile home parks without proper sheltering locations, the opportunity to prevent loss of life is apparent. Of the total square miles of Alabama, only about half are within 5 miles of a public storm shelter. In the immediate 5-mile radius of mobile home parks, a total of nearly 6,000 square miles of proposed land for public storm shelter locations are available. The map on the left here, colored with orange, shows the areas of Alabama that are within 5 miles of a mobile home park that is more than 5 miles from a public storm shelter. The map on the right presents areas indicated by green hatched lines that are within 5 miles of a storm shelter. There is a direct correlation to vacant space on the right map and locations without public storm shelters. By using remote sensing imagery, whether satellite, aerial imaging, or LiDAR capabilities, we can provide an effective baseline for if tornadoes in forested and low population areas may have happened in the past, and how they may act in the future. Broad-scale geospatial data from Earth-observing satellites can determine tracks of suspected tornadoes and can provide pertinent information about path locations, lengths, and widths. Combining EOS data and the previous remote sensing data, we can effectively create hazard risk assessment analysis that will further aid in reducing the cost that tornadoes have on Alabama. This map highlights the frequency of tornado watches in the United States. Notice the dark red area that is described as the DTA. This combines the EOS satellite data of tornado paths and risks, as well as remote sensing, to create and allow for more advanced warnings to be provided to populations at risk. Thus, remote sensing data can be used for enhanced understanding of tornado effects, and also in the development of tornado wind speed standards, giving us an improved understanding of tornado structure interactions. Without the vital input of the remote sensing data, these tornado watch and hazard analysis maps would be impossible. Some licensed software, such as ArcGIS, is required, but there are alternatives available to the public to help in this effort. The CDC provides recommended and official software that is free to use for anyone. It can be found at a link in the description below. Thank you for watching this video. If you like our content, please make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss out on the next one.